Anyway, Trizah.
Tuko na Trizah ndani ya nyumba.
Kutoka All Smiles Therapy Center. Anasema hii society yetu watu wengi wana go through midlife crisis. Midlife crisis first of all. Nini?
Yes. Midlife crisis.
Yes.
Let's talk of midlife.
Midlife.
Before we go to crisis.
Hiyo ni maisha katikati.
Exactly.
Yes.
Just like adolescents, you know, we all have stages of life.
Puberty.
Exactly. So we know for adolescents from 13 to 19 years. For your information, menopause is still part of midlife.
Yeah.
Do men go through menopause?
A good question. Yes, it's the answer. The difference are the symptoms. Yes. Yes, we are going there. We're going there. We get to know.
I'm going at 50.
Hey, black.
Yes, you should be like So just like adolescence, just like puberty.
Yes.
Midlife crisis.
Is a stage.
It's a stage.
It's a stage.
Kila mtu lazima apitie.
From 40 years to 60 thereabout, you can
Kanyeki.
Lona.
You can start earlier.
No.
Pierre. How ndio watu wanapitia
40 to 60.
Yes.
Mtu wa 30 hawezi kuwa na midlife.
No, it starts from actually 45, but we say plus minus 5. That's why we go back to 40
to 60.
And
this applies to both women and men.
Yes. It's a midlife crisis. So if you've been blessed enough to the age of 40, definitely that's a state that you go through. Just like what you're talking about, if everyone goes through adolescence, the answer is yes, because you don't jump from 9 years, tomorrow you're 21.
So if the question is midlife crisis a stage that every human being goes through? The answer is a resounding yes.
Not to midlife crisis, midlife stage.
Oh, midlife stage.
Yes.
Obviously.
Oh, midlife
crisis
stage.
is when
you fail to manage.
Exactly. Yes.
I think hii kwa sababu at 40 you feel like
life has begun.
Achieve.
Life starts at 40.
Life inaanza at 40.
Yes. Hizo inagonga 40
hauna kwako.
Hauna kajibu.
Yes.
Wenzako wamefanya mambo.
Unangoja kujengewa na route.
So ni midlife.
Yes.
The crisis comes in when someone is not in a position to handle that
what they are
particular
going
state.
through. Exactly.
And what are some of the issues normally that people go through when they hit midlife?
Okay, fine. Let's look at this from a psychological part of it.
Yes.
Like someone becomes so irritable. Amekasirika, mtu alikuwa, amechangamka. Just something small triggers their emotions.
Ama ukiambiwa, niaje jo, meeting imetokea ya wera, wacha tu rain check. Inakuwa issue.
Kwa nini?
Yeah, it's part, but now for mfuko, it comes in as the causes. You see, it's a midlife, but we are looking at the science, then we look at the causes.
So you are easily irritable.
Exactly. Sadness, you are regretting, and you are somewhere, we say you are boxed by your past. Yes, like now
past yako inakuhound mbaya sana.
Exactly, you feel like you ought to have moved on, but because worried not of the fact that you never went to school, or you went to school, or you used to be just hang out and misuse your money and all that. You're just somewhere, you are boxed. We say you are boxed by your past. That you are unable to move on because your life is full of regrets.
Na pia matters relationship.
Exactly, it's all about your past.
You did manage your partner.
Yeah, and now here you are at 40.
Hawezi pata mtu.
Unaweza pata mtu.
Chances ziko chini.
Shida ni hasira yako. Hata mtu ako idhaa. Unaanza kuleta makasiriko.
Una siku mbili.
Ambitions. Someone will just wake up. They've never thought of maybe building. All of a sudden, do you wanataka? Or they want to buy a new car. They just want to change their lifestyle.
All of a sudden.
We have sexual desires.
Hapo sana.
Zinakuwa mingi most of the time. Na kuna zile inakuwa now you are no longer interested.
You are no longer interested.
So it's either you
or yeah, but it changes, not the same. It can fluctuate. Exactly. So the best thing is to be more aware.
Ujue sana una
mavijana mnatusikiza mtu wa vote akikutafuta jichunge sana.
So there's a change when it comes to your sexual desires, which could either be a positive change or a negative one. So utapata desire imekuwa mingi ama imeshuka. Unaanza kufikiria mambo ya kwenda seminari. Unalia design ya udem Veran V. Unajua alianza kusema she wants to be celibate. Unagia
kwa alikuwa na nduthi inabadili.
Alikia kia ya bibi. Yes. Sexual desires.
Now, let's look at some of the things that are more visible. Visible, which means still they're psychological, but things that we get to see.
Yes.
So someone used to dress in a certain way.
All of a sudden, and a sag. Okay, but not to say everyone knows this, but they are suffering. But those are some of the things, you know.
Major.
Bling bling and
Caravans. Durag. Alaanza kuvaa vitu kwa kichwa.
Ukimmeet,
yes.
If you are presented the same person at 35, 36, yes. And now
totally
the same person
people.
45, 46,
yes.
And you ask to guess the age, you can only award like 20 years, you know, this is the time they're searching to look for themselves.
Unajua ni change hairstyle, akaanza mwenyewe kitu inaitwa box.
When you die,
akaanza kuweka rasta ndogo ndogo.
Hata Jeff
Koinanga.
mafuta kwa
Yes, so what happens is we look at now, that's the time people start realizing, by the way, I have, you know, there is the physical changes. Maybe I'm no longer attractive,
yes.
like how I used to be.
Yes.
And there is also the denial, like I'm not growing old, and hence the saying of life starts at 40. I am not growing old. And so to justify that, you still want to associate and to look like
you are young.
Like you're in denial.
Is it to say is a psychological denial. No one gets to know. You know, all of a sudden, unasema my dressing code, I think inanizeesha sana. So let me start. And we are saying it can be either way. Like not necessarily for male or for female.
Anaanza kuvaa skati fupi fupi.
Anaanza kwenda out, they never used to.
Akina mega.
Now all of a sudden, and now they're like, you know, watoto wamesoma, because we all get excuses. Sasa watoto wamesoma ndio wametoka, now it's my time to enjoy life, which is still okay.
Yes.
But why we talk of crisis is if you are unable to deal, unable to manage what you're going through.
It becomes a crisis. Hiyo ndio tunakuja kuguza tukikula music break. How now is it midlife stages, yani kwa individuals uwaga zinabadilika zinakuwa crisis sasa, unajua sababu hakuna mess, hakuna blanda nikilukupoa. Kama nimeamua Arafat itafanya nikae fiti, at what point kuweka Arafat kwa kichwa itakuwa crisis? For instance, kama nimeamua ndani wa box na nikarange nywele niweke sister locks nini inasema ni makosa? At what point do you identify as a crisis now, such that it qualifies to be a midlife crisis? And then tuzungumzia pia stories of finances pia, I think inafall under that category. Mali sasa unaanza kuwa na tabia za aina fulani kuhusiana na ganji, si ndio? Hiyo yote inakuja after the music break.
At 40 there is no nightmare.
Hiyo design ikifika 40, between 40 na 60 jua uko midlife stage.
Kama unatusikiza na uko katika hiyo age bracket.
Inakuja na uzuri wake na ubaya wake.
Kitu ya kwanza tumeambiwa lead die inapanda
ama inashuka. Mtu wangu hapo uko muta. Unashika siku hizi mama watoto ni nini mood swings ikifika ni saa ya kushiriki. Unagia? Unashangaa hapo sometimes unapata choki.
Kwani kazi ni moja. Hapo unapata pia bazenga. Ajiziki. Unaenda kulala ana watch movie mpaka za 9.
Yes, ilienda kwa magoti. Unagia?
Alafu anajua hapa nikienda.
Yes,
sina bahati.
Ama unapata ikitu inaitwa esteem imeshuka.
Imeshuka manake akipandia hapa.
Yes.
Sema anafika yaya.
Ali
amedondoa kila mtu.
Haya bala.
Hapo ndio mimi niuliza. Hapo ndio nilikuwa nakuuliza hii narrative ya older women kudate younger boys.
Hiyo ni crisis.
Sababu will make them feel younger.
Hiyo ni crisis.
Yes. The older women it's both ways.
But hiyo sasa ni crisis.
Yes.
Kwa sababu sasa unadhani uko na ngori za life, unaona unajiredeem kwa kudate
kijana.
Ati unaona kama kijana wako idhaa basi sijazeeka sana.
Basi niko sawa.
Wapi?
Unanilisha. Hata soko inajaa maji kumbe ni macho.
This is a crisis.
Yes, that's part of crisis.
Yes.
That's part of crisis.
Una imagine uko 40.
Amedo na tu watoto wa form 4 form 5.
Anakukuza mali.
Kumbe unapata hao wamezoea kuenda kitu inajulikana kama
long distance. Kipichonge. Piga 42 kilomita.
Mbaya.
Bila kuitisha maji.
Hiyo design. Unaona sasa hizi tobo yote tafuta tu vitu ndio tu glupe. Unapiga overdose ukifikiria kimada show.
Uliza sene.
Hiyo ni crisis.
Yes. That's a crisis. Right. So we've said midlife everyone gets through because it's a stage.
Male and female alike.
Male and female.
Yes. Between 40 na 60. Lazima upitie midlife.
Exactly. And what are things that come and you get to know you are now in midlife?
Yes.
We start with physical changes, like now, weight gain. We'll also have wrinkles, skin sagging. I mean, they're just normal because it's their physiques. And you can never look the same at 50 just like you did at 17 years.
Yes.
So, I mean, we also have family dynamics. In this case, most kids, they've cleared, they're not living with you, they've gone, no one is within. Like they've gone to school, now they're working, they're on their own. That's the thing. Also, divorce, maybe someone they went through divorce. Now this is the time it hits. Also, loss of a loved one. Family dynamics. Could be you lost a kid, one partner, you're just there.
Family member.
Exactly. Because we are talking of it being midlife, which means you are also growing. And there is so many things that comes with that. Career changes. Maybe you lost your job.
Your design.
Retrenchment.
Yeah.
Not forgetting retirement also comes within
That
this
age
stage.
bracket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What we are talking about, financial situations. So you've retired, you had not saved well for your retirement. You had not planned for your retirement. These are things that at time we are just caught up with.
Wait for 11 years.
Your design.
Exactly.
Your boss ni kama hakuwa na sababu.
And there you are. Also, we look at other things, what we term as childhood traumas, the things that you went through when you are still a kid. Remember last time we talked about such manifesting into adulthood. Now in this case, into midlife, when now you start realizing, oh, I lost my parent or I went through this. So all these, they are just things that comes with being in that stage. Now let's look at it. When do we term it as a crisis? Number one, as per what DJ here has just said.
Yes.
When now you are within this age and now you've started dating people 15 years younger than you, 20 years, kids underage. I mean, these things, they're happening.
Yeah.
Get to know you are actually not okay.
You are in a crisis.
You are in a crisis.
Age bracket.
Amesema kama uko 40 na mpaka 60 lakini desire za yours ziko kwa watoto wanamaliza form 4 kwa university.
So 40-30 hiyo ni chao.
Sijasema ni sawa because if you're already married, not unless you are dating to marry a second wife, you know those things. So for me, and here we are referring to midlife crisis. It's a crisis when now you start, it can be either gender, you know, male, female. Now you want to compensate because remember we said about self-confidence, self-esteem, and also you are in denial that you are growing, or you see like now you are growing old, you do not want that to happen. So how do you associate? By going back to the ones who are now finishing Form 4, and you're like, so I'm here, and if so that's one thing. We also look at scenario where, let's say some parents, they're there and at their 47 years, it's when, you know, the last born has even cleared Form 4.
Akona wajukuu,
and now you hear my mom is pregnant. You know, these things, they do happen. So, now these are things that resort to such, and we do not say that a baby, because we talk about kids being blessings. They are not crises, but we look at it, the life left for this baby to enjoy with the parents, and when they have the energy, because you are here, you've retired, and why are you smiling?
You've come with granny.
Remember, during your time you forgot, you are not using diapers. Now here you'll have to teach yourself.
Bado naitumia kama blanket. Andika chief ya mzee.
Na ili tu vitu watoto tulikuwa tunafungwa na kabuluma. Ndio tunazuari na kuzuia hizi load.
Unapata sasa watoto wanakula nani?
Ndio kwa mezati ile
ndio ya mbuzi ya
Cerelac back in the days.
Now you are taken back there.
Unaenda unabeba mtoto ukiingia kwa ofisi bye kumbe ilipita. Unakuja kwa ofisi
kumbe uko tu na tatu. Tukiwaina baraka idhaa imerudi kisomo.
We'll pick it up from there, Trizah, next Thursday. So that tuichukulie hapo mahali uzazi inakuja late kidogo. Na mahali sasa wewe unajifanya ati start, I'm still attractive to younger ladies. Uko na crisis.